For me today, I have a job interview. It's just for a supermarket, so nothing that great at all. There's some differences between getting ready for a job interview before I started medically transitioning to after medically transitioning. The first thing that is different off the top is the fact that now I have some level of facial hair. You can't really see it on camera because I just went over my face with a trimmer to get rid of a lot of the length that was there. It's not like a full beard at all, but it was getting a little bit long for the amount of facial hair that I have, so I just went over it and now I'm just gonna shave. That is something that I never had before medically transitioning, but it's something that I did have to do before, and something that I have to do still now is my eyebrows. They are atrocious at the moment, so I'm gonna be doing that as well. What I did do before medically transitioning was go to interviews in a more male appearance, so trousers that are from the men's section, shirts from the men's section. That's what I did before, and that's what I'm still going to continue doing now. I've never worn makeup or anything like that, and I don't think I ever will, realistically. What I'm just going to do now is do my eyebrows, do my face, and then come back. I've done my eyebrows and I've shaved my face and had a shower. I'm definitely going to have to do my hair because when it got cut, it wasn't as short as what I wanted it to be. It is just the way it is. I'm going to have to do that just before I go. And now I'm just sort of wondering what it is that I wear to the interview. I should have a white shirt somewhere. White shirts typically are sort of see-through in a way. Currently, I've not had top surgery, so that is going to be a problem and an issue for me, but we'll have to sort it out and work it out. I know for trousers, I've got these black ones that I got from Sports Direct. I've got them here. They still are where I thought they were. They are a 31, and I think the last time I checked I was a 28, so they might be slightly too big. They were only £11 and they are Jack and Jones jeans. I think they're jeans. I'm not entirely sure what fabric they are. I think they're sort of like chinos in a way. I'm not sure. That's what we will be wearing for trousers. Shoes, I've got my black trainers. They're the only things I have that are black for shoes. And then just for socks, I've got my little trainer socks. What I was surprised about with the testosterone, I've been on testosterone for almost 2 years. Shaving my face, I didn't realise that my nose hair is out of control. Like, it is 10 times worse than what it used to be. I've trimmed it, I've done what I need to get rid of it, or at least most of it. I didn't think that that would be a thing. I just didn't think about that at all. Now I'm aware of it. It's something else that I'm going to have to do for job interview, because before transitioning medically I never had that problem, but now I do. So that was always fun. For this interview is a little folder here, and it's got my CV in it, my qualifications that I have. There's not very many of them, but I have them in here, and it has my passport, my birth certificate, my name change details, and my national insurance number. And a big problem with this kind of information or documentation for me is the fact that, one, my birth certificate hasn't been changed with my new name. My national insurance number still says my old name, so that is two things that are going to be a major problem for me, because they're obviously in the interview going to see that, and then I'm going to have to explain that. I hate it, but there's not much I can do right now for that. And I never tell interviewers that I'm trans. You can have your name changed for literally any reason at all. I don't have to tell them I'm trans in any way, shape or form. It's not a legal requirement. Even if it was, it would be something that I just wouldn't tell them because it's none of their business, realistically. I'm hoping they don't ask anything about maths and English, because I never passed maths and English. I'm hoping that isn't a requirement. I doubt it is, because for this job I'm not involved with money handling or working on the till, so I'm hoping it doesn't involve me having to have maths and English at C grade or above, because I don't have that. If anyone knows anything about how to change my name on my national insurance number, then please put it in the comments down below, because I have no real idea about how I'm supposed to do that. Now we're just going to have to wait for the interview. I've got a little while left, but we'll just have to go and wait for when I need to leave, which is probably in an hour, hour and a half, and then I will be off. Maybe I'll have food before, there's a McDonald's nearby, or just like a meal deal or something. Work it out when I get there. I've just found my shirt that I was planning on wearing. It's a white button-up shirt from Primark. Nothing special, nothing fancy. the plain black versions of this t-shirt that I'm wearing just won't do it, I think. I'm not ironing it, which might not be a good thing, but you can see the grey of the coat hanger underneath. If I put this up to me, I'm not sure how you'll be able to see it, but I can see purple through it. For me as a trans person at the moment who's not had top surgery, that's a problem, because obviously you'll be able to see what I'm wearing underneath and that there is something that I'm wearing underneath. So the only real solution for me is to be like a baked potato, and that is wearing a base layer. This one's white. It does have the logo there, which you will be able to see through, but for me, this, wearing it underneath the shirt, will be 10 times better. We will just have to have this and deal with it, basically. Not much I can do about not having top surgery at the moment and get through it. I think I've got less than an hour now until the bus goes, so I need to get myself ready. So it's a few days after my interview now, and what happened was, just before I left, I put on that base layer shirt, and it was a bit hot outside, and I could feel the heat coming from or through my window, and it actually started to make me a bit sick and uneasy, and I just got so incredibly dysphoric and so self-conscious about myself and my body, and that I don't believe that it is the body shape that I still want to have. The fact that I haven't had top surgery yet is still a major problem in my life right now. I decided to take off the base layer and wear a black shirt, a plain black shirt. I went to the interview and I was going to go to the toilet and then change into the base layer and then the white shirt, but I didn't end up doing that. I just stayed wearing the black shirt, and I don't feel like it was the best thing to do to wear to an interview. It was just for my own sake, that's what I did. I did take the shirt and the base layer with me, it was in my bag, but I just didn't wear it. I got there at 7:50, the interview was supposed to start at 8, and then it was supposed to be 30 minutes, and I was still waiting by 8:20. Realistically, by the time the person came down, I was literally just about to go to customer service to tell them, I'm sorry, but I'm leaving. This is way too much time for me to wait. Sounds a bit arrogant and self-centered, I know, but that's what I was gonna do. But then the manager came down, and then I just was like, couldn't at all really be bothered to do the interview anymore. I need a job for money to pay for accommodation and train tickets for top surgery. My top surgery's been delayed 2 or 3 times by now because of their expectations of me being there at 6:45 a.m. and their expectations of me to be able to afford hotel rooms and transport and all of that kind of stuff. I just did the interview and I just lost any sort of enthusiasm at all for the interview, and to me the manager didn't seem at all interested or at all prepared in any way, shape or form, and it just didn't end up being a good interview from my perspective. I've not got the job. I had a text message saying that I wasn't successful, so that's the end of that basically. But it's just so disappointing to me, and it makes me feel worse about myself. I have another interview, so I'm just about going to get ready for that, and that's where I'm going to go today. Hopefully this one works out. It's a lot closer to where I live, so I have more money to save if I got this job. Let's just hope I get it.